Hey family, Dad here. Hope you're having a great day. On this video, I just wanted to share what insurance policies I carry as a 48-year-old dad. Now, for a little background, I'm a 48-year-old dad with two kids who are both in college. I've been divorced since 2006, and there's so many types of insurances to worry about in life. Growing up, my family took care of all aspects of insurance. I started to learn more about the different insurances as I got older. So on this video, I wanted to share what insurance I have and why. Now, definition of insurance is a thing providing protection against eventuality. Now, there's a lot of definitions out there that have a lot of big words. Essentially, it protects you financially against any serious events, such as injuries, car accidents, damage to a house, due to a fire or natural event, and even insurance policies protect you against death. So let me share with you the 4 insurance coverages that I have. Now, for me, I am fearful of the worst case scenario. I am the sole breadwinner of my family and my kids rely on me. So I have insurance with limits that I'm comfortable with. Each family is going to be different. So for health insurance, I have a high deductible plan through my employer. I have a $7,000 deductible for my family. And then anything beyond that, my family is covered 100% by the insurance company. It works for me. My daughter has several medical items that she has to address every year. And then my son has a football injury that he's going to have to deal with this off season. So like I said, I have a $7,000 deductible. I exhaust it by the end of the first quarter of each year. That's how much medical visits that we have throughout the year. It goes, obviously that $7,000 goes by pretty fast. I have to cover, and then health insurance covers everything through the rest of the year. So for me, it works. I also have an HSA that I contribute to with this high deductible plan. Roughly about $4,500 a year, and that includes an employee contribution. It's great. I don't plan to use it until I'm older, as a health savings account has triple tax benefits when you contribute and withdraw. Like I said, every family is going to be different, so make sure you evaluate each plan. Because at the end of the day, healthcare bills are on the rise, and it doesn't look like it's going to go down anytime soon. So for me, having broader coverage helps. Auto insurance. So for me, I have pretty high limits, liability. I have $250,000, $500,000, $500,000 liability insurance. I have a $1,000 deductible for collision and comprehensive. For my kids and I, kids are expensive. They're expensive to auto insure. I think it almost went triple once my son got his driver's license. And I worry about, my kids getting involved in a car accident, and it's their fault. I just want to be comfortable that I am covered for any kind of, worst case scenarios. Now, accidents can be very expensive quickly. The Washington state minimums here where I live, minimum liability coverage is $25,000, $50,000, $10,000. Now think about that. Majority of drivers, I think, have only state minimum liability protection coverage. If you or your family member gets into a serious accident and it's your fault, do you think the state minimums are going to cover you? Probably not. Look at what the average cost of staying in a hospital is. If you total your car, it's usually worth more than $10K or $25K. What happens when insurance company coverage is exhausted? Then what? The other party who you hit is going to pursue you for any kind of costs. And I've heard it too many times with serious accidents, and the insured had low state minimum coverage, and then they were sued for additional costs beyond the state minimums. That's a huge nightmare I do not want to deal with. So be mindful, do a deep dive, find out what is the best auto insurance for you, and shop around every year for rates. I do that every year just to kind of see where I'm at as far as, paying annual premiums. So it's always a good habit just to shop around. Homeowners insurance. I have Coverage A dwelling with a $2,500 deductible. I'm not worried too much about damages. I've been a homeowner since 2006. I've never had to file a home claim, but it's always good to have homeowners insurance if you own a home, condo, townhome, whatever. You never know what's going to happen, right? A fire, an uninsured driver may crash into your house, natural disasters. You just never know. But for me, it's just, I'm not as, concerned about that versus like an auto insurance or health insurance. And then lastly, life insurance. So I have 2 life insurance policies. They're both term. One I purchased over 19 years ago, and the other one I think it was over 10 years ago. One is a $500,000 term policy. The other one is a $250,000 term policy. Now there's different types of life insurance plans. I think 2 of the biggest ones are whole life and term. I'll leave a link on the differences, but I purchased 2 20-year term life insurance policies just to protect, again, my kids. Now my kids are adults now, 20 and 18. I think in the next 5 years, they should be self-sufficient and financially independent, not needing my support. So, probably right around that time, I'll cancel the policies when that happens. So I pay roughly about $325 a year for each policy. I wanted that protection because, again, I'm the only breadwinner. And if something did happen to me, if I died, I just wanted to make sure that my kids were financially set where they could, be self-sufficient. So, I earlier in life, I didn't know how much I needed as far as insurance coverage. I never did a deep dive. But now, I know the benefits and I'm much more knowledgeable and understand why I need it. I have a family. Now, every situation, every person's going to be different. But for me, security for my family was the biggest priority. Now, I know over, course of time, costs have gone up, especially for insurance, but I still opt for higher limits. I care about my family, like I said. Again, do a deep dive and think about what's best for you and your family. So that's all I got. Tell me your thoughts, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Again, these are my perspectives and views. I'm not a certified professional. I'm just a dad. So stay safe, stay positive, and be happy. Love you, Dad.